Good
Okay.
afternoon, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining us on this beautiful day. Hopefully, it's sunny at your end, but it's sunny at my end. And welcome to Speak Up and Empower with Real Talk Travel. Yes, we definitely have an adventure waiting for you today, and we're going to take you into an awesome country that you're really going to be amazed with. But just before that, Speak Up and Empower is an online membership filled with individuals that are experts in their fields. And I'm with Real Talk Travel. So we're going to talk about travel. I'm an expert with travel, but I also get the help with the tour operators. And we've got Harish from Indus Travels today, and we're going to he's taking us away on an awesome adventure. Where are you taking us today?
Well, thank you and welcome. We are going today to Spain.
Yes, awesome.
Excellent. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in today to listen Real Talk Travel. I'm thankful to Susan as well as everybody else who's attending the presentation today. Yeah, travel has been in the last few months has been picking up a lot. We had a group last month coming back from South Africa. We had a group in Morocco, and we also had a group in this month going to Egypt. So things are really starting to pick up. So hopefully, when you listen to this trip, you will be motivated to travel to Spain.
Yeah, Spain's an awesome country. It's got so much potential for us all to see.
Yeah, yeah. So on this tour, I mean, if you go to any country, there's so much to see. But definitely on this tour, you get to see the plazas, you get to see the barrios, you're going to see the mosque in Cordoba. I'm going to definitely go into the itinerary and show you all the beautiful places that you're going to see, the valleys, the mountain, so many World Heritage sites that you're going to visit on this tour.
That's awesome.
So a little bit about the company, as always. It's nice to know, with whom you're traveling and things like that. So we've been in business since 2001. My head office is in Vancouver. As you can see, we have a big team uh, doing operation, accounts, and everything. We always partner with a travel agent to do our tours. So Susan is our travel partner. If you're looking to travel on this tour, you can book with her, and all our people who actually work on this program and set up this program have traveled to these destinations so that we have the first hand experience of the places that we are selling.
It's awesome. Then they can really give their knowledge to us.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not sure how many of you have been on group travel, but uh, just before the pandemic also, group travel was one of our biggest forte, and I think going forward also it's going to be, because now more than ever people want to travel with people they know, whether you're part of a club, group, family. You want to really travel together. You want to make sure that you are seeing the must see places. Any place you go, you want to have local interaction. You want to really see the highlights, like the churches, the history, the UNESCO sites, and when you come back you need to have a wow feeling. One of the main important point of group travel is that you save on cost. If you were to put all this together, or you were to go individually, you will definitely pay more than 20 to 25% on the tour.
Mhm.
So today I'm going to talk about Treasures of Spain. It's a very nice tour which starts in Madrid, the capital of Spain, where you'll enjoy some panoramic tour of the city. Then we continue to Cordoba, where you're going to see again a lot of religious historical sites. We go to Seville, which is a very nice town. It has so much to offer. And then we are coming back to Granada. And then we return back to Madrid. So in between all these days, you're really going to see every day a different, because they have different regions. You will see different culture. Even in Spain, you will be able to really have some unique experience.
So they fly into Madrid, correct? Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
fly into Madrid and fly out from Madrid.
Okay.
So that's the tour. I just wanted to show you on the picture so you have some idea where and how you are traveling. We arrive here into Madrid, and then we are going down to Cordoba. Then we are going towards Seville, and then we go forward to Granada, and then we come back up to Toledo, and then back to Madrid. The road travel is by nice bus. I'm going to show you on my next slide. It is not a lot of driving. The maximum is 4.5 hours that you can see on the slide, but there's always a stop, so it's not a continuous drive. They have some very nice roads, and just to make it light, I always like to put up some strange signs that they have. Yeah, I mean,
Cool. Yeah.
every country has their own different rules and regulations. So yeah, you're not going to drive, but it's always nice to see what different signs they have.
Hmm. At least be aware, right? You have their signs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, that's our coach that will take you. This whole bus will be with you as your tour, whichever date you decide. We have many different departure dates, and the road drive on all these different places is very, very scenic. You will visit. They have mountains, so you're going to go high and you're going to go low. They have some very small towns that you will pass by. Just unbelievable drive. You're not going to feel bored. You're not going to put down your camera. You're really going to take a lot of pictures on the whole thing.
so, how many would fit on the for a tour?
Yeah, so as you know, things are changing a lot right now. The capacity usage is roughly around 70%. So if it is a 50-seater coach, around 30 to 35 people. Some of the coaches are smaller, like 35. Then it would be our small group, which is 22 to 25 people.
Okay,
Yeah,
good to know. Hmm.
yeah. So we do add breakfast in most of our tours. On this also we have added breakfast. But Spain is unbelievable for gastronomy. So wherever you go, you'll have a local experience of food. The tour guide, the bus driver is going to show you. They've had 800 years of Moorish, ruling over them. So you will definitely see the Spanish food, which is now very famous, as people know as tapas. But
Tapas. Yeah.
yep,
Hmm.
there are other many unique cuisines that are still like a blend from the Moorish dynasty that you will see. So the tour guide will definitely show you different places that you can experience that.
Well, then they would certainly get the feel for the local people and the cuisine, like you said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So food in any culture is very, very important, especially in Spain. You will see they have some amazing fresh fruits, seafood, and meat. Uh, the tour guide will explain you that there are a lot of different things that are their specialty. So on the right hand side, this is mainly when they have a family fiesta. They will have the crab, different other seafood put together, and this is another very special Spanish omelette. Wherever you go, you'll definitely find this. It's quite heavy. If you have one, you may not even think of having lunch. And there are different ways of making it. People add potato with the egg. Sometimes they add onions and meat and different things. So everybody has their own unique style of making this omelet.
It looks yummy. Yeah.
Food is one thing that will people really enjoy when they go to a country in Europe. Yeah.
Hmm.
So people always ask, as you're going to Spain, how much is the walking, or how much fit you have to be. Keep in mind, there are so many old places that you will visit. They still have cobblestones, so definitely you need to be fit to walk. But our buses are going to take you very close to the monuments and places. um, it's maybe 15, 20, or 30 minutes walk to reach to a place. But when you're going inside the cities where there is no room for the buses to go, there you definitely have to walk. We try to keep this as a very medium tour where you don't have to literally walk a lot every day.
Well, you want comfortable shoes then.
Yes, definitely, definitely, yeah.
Mm.
We always work with local tour guides because they know the history, they know the culture. There's so much to talk about these places that you will visit. There's so much to hear about, or when it was built and how it has changed hands and what has happened. So it's always good to really work with a local partner. That's what our strength is.
Awesome.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about the tour, how and what you're going to do on different days. So as you can see on the slide, it tells you day one, day two, day three, day four, and five. So I will go into the itinerary day wise. Every place that you are going, it's a stop. Like you're going to stay in Madrid, you're going to stay in Cordoba, you're going to stay in Seville, Granada, and then you're coming back. It also shows you what is included on your tour. So your breakfast, your five dinners at the hotel, arrival and departure transfers, sightseeings, entrance to the monument, flights from Toronto. It includes everything. So it's a full package that you are buying. So it's really very, very reasonable. Spain is a place which is so unique, as you can see on the map on this right hand side picture in the bottom. They have 45 UNESCO sites. They have the Roman architecture that was built by the Romans. They have this Moorish Alhambra from the Moorish dynasty. So when the clients go there, they will really get a unique experience. Um, Spain is was the wealthiest country in the 15th century. It even surpassed France, 16th century, and by 17th century they even surpassed um, Great Britain. They are
Hmm,
the ones, yeah, they are the ones who
interesting.
founded the new world. So they got a lot of gold and different things that they brought back home. So it's very unique and strange to feel that they were ruled for 800 years by the Moorish dynasty, and then suddenly they went out and they started ruling the whole world.
Hmm,
So anybody who's interested in food and wine, this is the trip for you guys. Every place you go, tapas, I already mentioned to you. So whenever you go for a drink or meal in any of the restaurant, they have these small plates that they keep bringing. They're more like tasters, but yeah, they have different things that they will bring in that small fried things, different things cooked from meat, cheese, fruits, and different things. So yeah, you can really have a long, nice time in any places you go. Also, from the touristic places that you will go and visit, you'll see a lot of Baroque, Moorish architecture that you can see here on the left hand side picture.
hmm.
So
Very
yeah,
beautiful,
yeah,
stunning.
stunning, yeah,
Hmm.
amazing things that you will see.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the tour, how it's going to be and what you're going to experience. Your day one is travel. Depending on what departure date you're taking, we do have flights with Air Canada, Lufthansa, Air France. Different departure dates have different flights. It is not a very long flight, as you can see on the slide. It's roughly around 7 to 8 hours, depending on the flying hours and the wind, tailwind while you're going,
Right.
and also depends on the tailwind when you're coming. Yeah.
Okay, so if a person wanted to stay a little bit longer, like a couple days before or a couple days afterwards, is that possible with the tour?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of our tours people like to stay back. They want to, once they go there, they thoroughly enjoy it. They just want to stay back. So it is possible. The airline allows the extension on the way back, so you can definitely extend your stay coming back. We can organize hotels for you and also transfers on the return also.
Okay, good to know. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So once you arrive in Madrid, as you can see, it is a stunning location. You can spend days and days visiting all the palaces that they have, all the round circular fountains that they have. Yeah, this was the area where the whole history actually started. Back in the 11th century, when there were only 20,000 people living here, and this was mainly the Arab defense area. So you will see a lot of forts around here, and then came the Crusaders, and the whole thing started changing. The Spanish Empire was built up in the 15th century. But you can even walk around, and every place you go, you will see a ton and ton of history.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So on our next day, we have the tour. We're going to go and visit the Arabic fortress. We're going to go to see the barrio. Barrio are the places where it's really small alleys. They have small restaurants, and people just sit down there, have a coffee, and then they're just relaxing and having fiesta. You will also see all these different Baroque buildings that are built, and of course, they all are now known plaza. So they're known by the name Plaza Mayor, Plaza della Villa, and they have all these circular fountains in the front that you can see, which stands dating back from the Moorish dynasty, because they really loved the fountains and border. So that's how all this was brought in. But of course, the Spanish added their own more designs. As you can see in the front, you have this, the icon over there, that has become so famous. It is one of the Greek god on the horse. It's a fertility god, and they are holding the two lions. So it shows the power of the god, that they were so powerful that they could hold the lion. So yeah, there are different things that the tour guide will tell you about all this Cybele, the Greek god, and all the different things that you will enjoy.
Looks amazing. That I mean, the picture. So I imagine it's pretty awesome to see it in person.
Yeah, yeah. Everywhere you'll go, you'll in fact see they have this circular turnaround. So all the intersections, instead of a straight block, they most of them are circular, and they all have fountain in the center. Yeah. On the right hand side, you'll see this is the market area where you will go. We're also going to stop here for a Hard Rock Cafe stop. People love to go and picture themselves in Hard Rock Cafe in different parts of the world. So that's one of the places. And also, you'll get a chance to do some shopping here.
Good.
On our next day, day number 4, we are going to visit Cesares, which is a very small town, as you can see in the picture itself. It has all these old fortress buildings which were built during the Roman time to protect them. All these was built so that the invasion couldn't take place, and it was easy for them to fight with the people coming to attack them. Also, as the time changed, you will see different architecture of the Renaissance architecture. Also, all these other buildings also were developed later on. All these squares, everywhere you go, they have a center square. In the olden days, they didn't have the television or the Facebook, so they all used to gather together, and this was the place where they'll discuss things and exchange news and things like that. So yeah, it's very nice to see how the world has changed.
Absolutely. I the different time periods with all the
Yeah,
buildings.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. And then we are heading to Cordoba, which is our one of the main stop, where we will go and see this beautiful mosque, which was originally a temple, but now which was actually a mosque, and now it has been converted into a cathedral. This was built back in 784. The construction started at that time. It took almost 3 centuries, still the 10th, it was still being built. It has roughly around 850 pillars that you can see here. And
Wow.
this is the first area where they had this arch, kind of the architecture. So very unique at that time. Of course, it's well maintained, but it's pretty old. Like when you go there, you can really feel time. When you touch these walls and really be in here, you will get a sense of how it was built and how many things have happened over so many centuries.
Yeah. Amazing. That is absolutely beautiful there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite high. Just to give an idea, this is roughly 300 feet tall. So we are just 6 feet tall. So this is quite tall when you are standing in down there.
Hmm. It would look pretty impressive.
Then our next stop is Savele. As I was telling you, on this tour, you're going to go to some high altitude and low altitude. So this is the Andalusia area, which is really very unique. So once you reach here, you will see how their architecture actually changes. They have different kind of architecture here. We will go for a nice panoramic tour of the city, and it is also very famous for the church, which I'll show you in my next slide, which is one of the largest church in this area. But it is also a very modern city. As you can see in the picture, they have all these modern architecture that they have built, which is very unique. And one of the main important thing is that the alley or the walking area that they have all these trees. They have shops on the side, It's very, very romantic location also. When you're walking here, you'll feel very nice on your
So
tour.
so honeymooners could go on this trip no problem, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So yeah, we are going to go and see the Gothic Cathedral Church and Tower. This is one of the largest church here, second to Saint Peter, second largest in the Catholic world after Saint Peter in Rome. So yeah, I mean, you will get a very unique experience to see all these places. We have some optional tours also if you're interested, do a boat ride and things like that. So once you go on to the main tour, you will be able to see the tour guide is going to explain you all the details. They're going to show you. It's a very huge complex. This we are only going to see from the exterior. Um, that's a part of the tour, and yeah, it is quite amazing when you're here to experience this.
Yeah. It looks pretty
Yeah,
massive.
yeah, yeah. On the same day, we are going to go to the park of Maria Luisa. As you can see, this park was actually built in 1926 to boost the economy. They have this old horse cart. They have different flora and fauna that they actually brought from different areas. Then they have this Moorish fountain. They have tried to keep the old history and culture together. It's a very nice area. Once you're here, you will get a very relaxed feeling. It's a quite a big complex, but yeah, I mean, you will see the some of the main parts, which is right at the entrance. The tour guide will take you there. You can do some picture taking and then proceed to your next tour.
When would be the best time to see all the flowers out?
So they have different exotic flowers and they have been brought in from different parts of the world. So depending on the season, the touristic season, March, April, May is good. September, October, November is good. But as you know, there are different season for the different plants. You might be able to see
Okay.
different
So
flowers.
and because of what they planted, you're going to
Yeah,
be able to see a variety of
yeah,
plants and
yeah,
flowers. Awesome.
yeah. Also, we'll go to Plaza de España. Again, this is a huge complex which was built for the conference, the Ibero-American conference. They have these, you know, uh, the whole complex is like 500, 600 rooms. It is not open now to the public, but only for the entrance. You can go here. They have their own canal. You can actually do a small boat ride in the canal. It's called Venice, you know, it has its own feeling over here, so you can actually do this boat ride also over here. That's one of the experience that you will get here. But all the architecture, if you look at the mosaic and the building, they still really kept it very old and Moorish. Even though it's built in 1926, the architecture they have kept it is very old and Moorish style.
Yeah, it looks really um, well kept. Mhm.
Yeah. That's another picture just to show you. They have all these bridges, from the sides you can act, and of course they have these um, uh, canals where they have these small cruises also that people like to take picture.
So you can't go into the you can only see it from the outside, correct?
Yeah, so they have
Yeah.
only maybe a few rooms that are open right here at the entrance. So definitely you'll walk all the way up here, stroll a little bit around here. Not the whole complex is open for tourism. Just
Right.
one small part of it is open for tourism.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm. It would definitely
Yep.
give you a feel for what the building looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
They're just trying to maintain and keep it safe and well maintained. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Hmm.
And this place is very, very famous for the flamingo dance. Of course, when we do live presentation, it's easy to ask how many of you know about flamingo dance. uh, and yeah, it's fun when you're here. You can definitely go and visit one of the flamingo shows, and you can learn or take part in the flamingo dance. Not many people know that the origin of flamingo dance, it was not really started as a dance culture or something. It was very basic. It was only a family gathering where people would do this. People would clap and make sounds from just the things available in the house. Over the years, it has now progressed and now it has become a professional art, and people.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's quite the intense dance.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's not a very basic anymore. So now
No.
people have to be really trained to do this. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's a fun experience. You can do either just watch, take a part, or even learn a little bit how to do some moves.
Cool. Mm.
Then on day number 7, we are going to Costa del Sol, but we'll pass by a very unique place which is called Ronda. This is one of the highest point, as you can see on the top here. Of course, the bus will take you here. So this is one of the highest settlement of the Moorish colony. Also, I just want to show you this bridge that is built here. It took
Hmm.
roughly around 37 years to build between the two mountains. And yes, it's very, very unique. The experience of driving on the top over there and seeing from there the valley and different other things,
Hmm.
you'll have a very unique experience.
So can they walk across or mostly drive?
The bus will take you there. The bus
Yeah.
actually,
Okay.
yeah, the bus
Okay.
takes you there. Yeah. But you can take pictures from the side here, corner here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Then our next stop is Costa del Sol, which is definitely a very famous area for the beaches, but we are
Beaches.
not
Mhm.
going for beaches. I just wanted to highlight and tell you the whole of Europe actually comes here for the beaches. They are so beautiful. You have mountains on one side and the pretty ocean and beach that
Mhm.
you can really enjoy. We are going to go into the city. We are going to see they have their own unique culture of fishermen. They have their own unique way of doing fishing and different other things that you will experience over here.
Mhm.
Next day, we're heading to Granada. This is another area which is right on the top of the hill. This was one of the last uh, fort area or the holding area of the Moorish dynasty. Now it has been converted into more like a university area. There are a lot of universities. You'll find a lot of young people, young students over here. A lot of cafes have been opened up, because of the students and things like that. But
Mhm.
there are still a lot of old architecture building, as you can see right here in the picture,
Right.
and the modern buildings, which some are dating back from 17th century, some are just modern built in 2000 or whatever. Yeah, but it's a very bustling and very energetic area just because of its location. And they have the mountain area with the snow, the Andalusia area, and of course the beauty. That's why they built this fort over here, the Moorish
Yeah,
dynasty.
it's that is stunning. Yeah.
It is,
Mhm.
it's just unbelievable. Depending on the season you go, either it could be snow or green, but the sky is beautiful. The whole ambience, the picture is really, really nice,
Mm.
and breathtaking. We will definitely visit the Alhambra. It is one of the most unique place here. Originally built in the 12th century, ruled by the Moorish. It has inside, when you go and see, it has beautiful Moorish architecture. Like, just look at the work that has been done
Mm.
here. Yeah,
Very detailed. Oh,
very, very
yeah.
detailed.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it got burned down. It has been rebuilt, but very nicely kept. So some of the old architecture is still there, but it has been mixed by the new modern Renaissance architecture. So it's a mixed blend of Moorish and Renaissance architecture that you will see here. It's a breathtaking, unique experience for you to just
Mhm.
go and take pictures and really enjoy this location.
It does look beautiful.
Yeah. And then on our last day, we are going to come back to Toledo, and then we are going to stay in Madrid. Toledo is a very small town. It is very, very famous because it is a medieval town wherein all the religions used to live very happily before, Muslim, Jewish, Christian. And you can actually see they don't have much space in between the house. And the old culture, people would just talk through the window, like one person is living here, one person is living here.
Oh, yeah.
They would,
Mhm.
sometimes it's just like a joke. They would even exchange food from the window to another person. Hey, what are you cooking? And things like that. Of course, life has changed. It is not the same, but the town is still well maintained. It's still walking tour that you will do. Of course, you will just go into some of the few entrance places to experience how the life is there now.
Mm-hmm.
And then on our last day, we stay in Madrid, and then we fly out from there.
Oops. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to put the slide back just to showcase you that it's a wonderful tour. It really showcases you the highlights of Madrid. If it's a very nice tour, if you have short time, if you have longer time, you can extend staying in Madrid. You can also go to Barcelona if you're interested to see more in Barcelona. It also has some unique things to offer. But overall, it's a very nice small tour to really showcase you what Spain is. Travel is starting to pick up. I already have few inquiries for people starting to put groups for this location, FIT passengers booking for next year. Most of the tours are starting to be in full swing from next year.
And then they put a deposit down and then paid in full X amount of days before. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to block the space, because they are going to be a couple or so, they have to. We have some deals. We have different rules for the deals from the website. They have to follow. They have to call you and
Mm-hmm.
chat with you.
Right.
Most of the tours we are taking 50% down payment if it's a deal package. Like you have discounts on that on booking, and then
Right.
balance payment 90 days before departure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
They need to know the how much to deposit and then 90 days before.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as time is always short, there's so much to talk about any destination. We are promoting this so much to learn and see every locations that you go and every tour that I have been. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm. And Spain, like this tour is really showing more of the history and the architectural structure, plus the food and wine. You said that it's really great on this tour. So, who wouldn't want to try? And then plus, you're still mixing in some of the beautiful Costa del Sol, which has got the beaches and beautiful background. So, it's awesome. You
Yeah,
rounded it out very well. So,
yeah,
just good. So there's my information. You need to contact me. Let's get you on this tour. You're going to really enjoy it. Spain is definitely a country that you will not be disappointed to go visit, and it's not that long of a flight and so forth. But Harish, thank you so very much for letting us know more about Spain and how unique and beautiful it is, and how you can really tour this beautiful country, and the fact that you guys use local guides as well when you actually go to the country so that they can talk more about the history and so forth. And like you said, it's only about 70%, so it's not a full bus, but depending upon the size of the bus, will encompass how much is on the group there.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah.
And you
We
definitely
have
go
yeah,
ahead.
we have many departure dates, and we really want to keep this as very small and private groups. So we have only 22 people. When you're going to places like this, you want to have like not a very big crowd, like 40, 50 people. uh, Go with a small tour because that really helps you to see the destination in a different way. The
Right.
tour guide is able to explain you what is what, and they guide you and show you what is better to shop and where you can eat or take back things and things like that. So really
Mhm.
nice, and the bonding with a small group is really the best thing that happens on a tour.
That's right. And then it's really more of an adventurous travel experience, right? Because you can really mingle more with the locals and so forth. And that's what you want, right? Is
Yes.
part of that experience. So, well, thank you so very much for joining us today and telling us about this tour. People, you have to contact me. Travel is starting. It, seats get booked up. So if you want to go, you really got to pick your dates and be able to be part of that. So thank you so very much again. We appreciate
Thank
you talking about that. We appreciate everybody joining us today. Just stay safe, be healthy, happy, but keep in mind travel is happening and we
you.
definitely want you to be part of that and get you out there. So everybody take care until we see you for our next adventure, which will be next week.
Thank
Bye.
you, Susan. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.